What's up, guys? It's Jam1 for Jam1TCG coming at you guys with another totally awesome video. And guys, today this is round 7 of the Crush Cup Cimoooooooo's online virtual tournament, and we're gonna see how I do. You guys are looking at the title, you're like, what? Evil Eye Eldlich, huh? Yeah, it was interesting to say the least. So we're gonna see what my opening hand was here. What's interesting is that Eldlich can be splashed in a lot of things, similar to the Invoke variant. So you guys are probably looking at my hand here and like, why is he doing this? Like I said before, this build of my deck and the theory that I've been doing for the last couple of months has been, how do I win going second when it happens, but also still have a strong first turn, right? So that's why you guys have been watching. Make sure you've watched every single video of the series so far of me tracking my progress. You see the theory in action, why it works, okay? So cards like this goes in match. I took it out originally after the weekend of me playing in LCS because I didn't think it was that strong. But then I played in a PPG event and I was thinking like, wow, I'm losing to other decks now because I took out cards that were important for other decks. This was my dinosaur killer. This was my other thing killer. This is my break the board even when you go second killer. So I kept it in here for this match of the Crush Card Cup because I was like, wow, it's time to kind of make some strategies and get back to some stuff and not over concern myself with the meta. So he goes first here, right? And my hand is looking actually pretty good to go second. I can crash into like whatever monster he summons and give me my swap frog, lock him into mime, evenly match, whatever. So this is actually a really good first or second hand. So, but he gets to go first, unfortunately. And then he activates this card right here. And this is when I was like, what in the world is going on here? Because this is round 7. He ain't no slouch. He didn't get this far, right? Without like having some good plays and strategies and stuff. So I'm like, what is he playing? Evil Eye? I got scared because I'm like, whoa, this is not the meta. What is this? I really expected to play Emancipator or something crazy. So yeah, if you guys are reading this here, basically Salim is their main monster. And what if you don't know what this deck does, I still don't know completely, but I remember a guy played it in my locals and he explained it to me. It basically protects the castle with one monster. The monster that they can equip with their spell card, which he's gonna try to search here. It lets them basically have a monster that gets really big. It can destroy your opponent's special summon monsters, and the spell card that's equipped to it gives it protection from destruction and targeting, which is really strong, especially in this meta. So Eldlich mixed with this is actually a good idea in a way. So I believe I've seen some builds like this as well. So he goes ahead and he tries to search. I'm looking like, okay, well, if he does, I can just like, I had to read the card as you see there in the chat. I'm like, what? What is that? Yeah. Sadly, here he gets a disconnect, which is really sad. I mean, this early in the game, which was really bad because maybe if the hands weren't revealed, we probably could have like went back. But since he did reveal me one card, there was no way to repair this game state. And I was looking like, wow. So let's look at our hand here. Would I have been able to do something if he would have like built a board? Maybe. I did have the evenly. All right, so we'll immediately hop into the next game here. So remember, this is an online tournament, so disconnects in the middle of games are actually game lost, not match, but game lost. So we go ahead and we start straight to siding here. So what was interesting about this is because knowledge is so important, he let me know that he was playing Eldlich. And like I said, I mean, not Eldlich, I'm sorry. He let me know that he was playing the Evil Eyes. And I assumed that it was pure or something because I didn't know, like, I'd never seen the build like that. So I was like, okay, well, now that I know what that is, I kind of had the idea because I played it once at my locals a long time ago. I saw somebody play it against me. So as long as you have a way to clear their spells, the ones that equip to the main boss monster, then you're okay. So I was like, I'm about to just slide in all my anti-back row hate. Now, you guys look at my hand, you're like, what is this spice, right? Most people have never seen this card before. Say hello to Zaphion. Zaphion is a new card that I'm trying out, guys, to take on Eldlich because Eldlich is so strong. And even more so watching the PPG, like I'm like, wow, yeah, I definitely think that this is a good card. That I have cards that I side every now and then in formats. This is one of my tech cards that I side in and out of formats. So it lets you, as you read, when it attacks, I get to shuffle all their spell and trap cards into their deck. So yeah, I'm like, okay, this will come in handy against this matchup. So let's see how he does. This hand is really strong. It's not the strongest go second hand, but it's still actually pretty strong. So he goes ahead and uses terraforming, and I assume he's gonna grab the same card that he used in the first duel before he disconnected. And he does. He goes ahead and he activates the field spell to go ahead and get his search, which was what he was trying to do originally to set up his board. And here it is. That's the boss monster that I was referring to of the Evil Eyes. So again, remember, to make it this far, you must have some type of really good strategy going on here. So he goes ahead and he normal summons this thing. So this is the guy. This is their main boss monster. Like I said, I'll let you guys read it. But basically, it lets, as long as it gets that Eye of Salim, that's the card, it'll become indestructible, and it gains a quick effect that allows it to do some crazy stuff, which like it can just destroy, auto-destruct your cards. Kind of like a construct without even battling, which is pretty nice. So he goes ahead and he does that, and his effect lets him add an evil something. So he gets a trap. When a spell or trap is activated, while you control Evil Eye, negated. So it's a negator. It's not an Omni negate though. So I'm good with my monster effects. So I'm like, okay, that's not too bad. He wants to just be safe here. And this is when I see it. I'm like, whoa, okay. Golden Land. This made my heart drop because I'm like, oh man, this is a bad matchup for me. So now he's adding a lair to it. So Cursed Land lets him, you guys have seen enough of this deck right now, but this is a twist on it, so it's interesting. But it lets him pay 8, and he gets to search out one of his Golden Land cards. So he goes ahead, or the Golden Lord himself, which he did. He gets the Golden Boy himself. And I'm like, oh, wow, okay, that's an interesting line of play here. So this is strong. I'm thinking, like, how does this interact in my head? This is what's going on in my head. And he activates the Eye of Salim, which is the card that I said gives this deck the superpower. So if you guys are reading here, it does a lot. But the main thing you need to know is that when he gains life points, I mean, it drains his life points, but when he drains life points, he gains 500 attack. And then, like I said before, it prevents his monster from dying by destruction and targeting and stuff like that. So he goes ahead and he sets 2 on me. This was scary. I'm like, wow, this is a really strong board, actually. So he can auto pop. See, that's why I'm like, interesting reading. He can auto pop any of my special summon monsters here. And we know that one of those is most likely a way to bring out the Golden Lord from his hand. So, and we could also assume that maybe he has the Conquistadors or something else like that as well. So I go ahead and I go to my turn here. And now I'm looking like, okay, well, it's a new time to try out my new card. So I'm asking to make sure he has nothing like in his draw phase or nothing, right? So I'm like, draw phase, standby phase, main phase, normal summon. So this is like really like I'm making sure he has nothing. So I normal summon Zaphion. And we just talked about it, right? So if I attack, I can shuffle all his cards back. He's like reading. So the effect that he did to me, where I'm like, what the heck are these things? He was like, what the heck is that? So he's reading Zaphion. And now I think he's sad because he's like, wow, that is good. So he just says, all right. So I'm like, battle phase? Attack? So when I attack, I take no damage. He can't be destroyed by battle nor card effects. And then if the attack is okay, then on the end phase, just like evenly matched, I can shuffle back all his cards, which will deny all of his Golden Land cards from going off in the graveyard, which I'm like, please let this resolve. Please let this resolve. Please let this resolve. If this resolves, I'm in such a good position here. And it resolves, guys. I'm like, holy crap. This is nuts. Did I just clear his whole field? Oh my goodness, Zaphion putting in some work. So this is really good because it also turns off this quick effect of this card. He can't pop my special summon monsters anymore. It's also not protected anymore. It's just a normal little monster. So here I go. I start popping off with Swap Frog. I'm like, oh yeah. What are you going to do to stop me? So Swap Frog's effect. And he could have very well had a hand trap, but at this point, I don't care. Zaphion just cleared like 5 cards, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like 5 cards. I'm like crazy. So I send my Ronin boy to graveyard. Samurai frog here, or toad. He's a toad, not a frog. There is a difference between toads and frogs. Science facts. But yeah, so I banish and I go ahead and I bring out my Ronin Tonin. And watch this pro play here, guys. So most people would have bounced Swap Frog back to their hand and started doing some combos. But I want you guys to read Swap Frog for a minute, or at least read the part where it says you can bounce back any monster on the field. This is an old school Frogmaster tech here. Back when Light and Darkness Dragon used to be our boss monster back in the day, a long time ago, there was so many combos with Light and Darkness Dragon. Shout out to Dragon Duelist Girl. That was her card. She taught me a lot about that card. But long story short, she was an old Yuki tuber. You guys probably know her, Amanda LaPalme. But yeah, so she taught me about the interaction with Swap Frog and other cards. Light and Darkness Dragon is a card that basically is on the field. And once you activate Swap Frog, you can bounce it back and get all its effects back. So I took that logic and I applied it to this. I'm going to bounce Zaphion back to my hand because Zaphion shuffles back into my deck on my turn. So if I bounce it to my hand, it's now a new card. So you hear me say right there, Swap Frog effect on Zap. And in his brain, he's probably like, what? He can do that? Yeah. Guys, you don't always have to use Swap Frog's effect on himself. So if you thought you had to, you don't. So now this is really strong because now I have a follow-up for next turn in case he can rebuild his board or he does destroy my frog. But here we go. You know who's coming, guys. You know who's coming. The Totally Awesome Exceed Monster. Totally awesome, guys. So I'm sitting pretty here. I'm like, Zaphion was a clutch, but now I have the feel. Do you see this going second logic that I crafted with this deck? Even though I went second, my feel looks almost like I went first. This is why I built the deck the way I did. So now I just go ahead and decide to set. That was a misclick. I did not mean to set the that card. I wanted to set Dino Miscus because this will deny him access to doing that. Or Golden Lord does hit the field. I wanted to set that so I can banish it. So then I set the Dusters. So in case he does build his field again, I am good, right? Like, so the misclick was fine. He let me like take it and put it back. That was a mistake. But yeah, this is the field I wanted. So Zaphion in hand, Traptures can be used as food for Dino, and then I can just basically destroy whatever he tries to set up. Say he top decks a Curse Land. Well, if I have a negate with Toad, or I can just go ahead and boom. And I can steal the Curse Land too. And then we have here, I can just deny him any access to getting the Eye. Because if he gets the Eye of Salim back, then his monster will be protected from targeting. And I don't want that to happen. So I believe I just shotgunned Dino Miscus in standby phase. Sorry, I used Toad's effect first to get another monster on board to make sure that I don't have to tribute Toad. And then on resolution, yeah, that's why I say on res, because I wanted to go ahead and banish the boss monster of his deck. So this turns off his Evil Eye engine right here. Now I know he still has the Golden Lord in hand though, which if he drew a spell card, he could use the Golden Lord. And I go ahead and I send Trap Trick because guys, we're not sending Zaphion. We're keeping this Zaphion until I need him again. But yeah, as you see, this is like the way I've been evolving the deck as time is going on. But yeah, so he goes and he uses extravagance. I don't know if I'd negate this or not. I think I'd think about it. Because I know that he has Golden Lord in hand. I think I do negate this though, just to deny him like access. Yeah, there it is. I negate it because I didn't want him to get things. Right now, card for card, I have my Toad and I have this card face down, which is Duster. So anything he's gonna set, I can just boom, Duster it away. And then with his Golden Lord play, so what? He might send my Toad to the graveyard, but Toad will just bring himself back, right? So he's asking me if I want to set the extravagance here because Toad can steal his cards after he negates it. I don't think I do. Even though extravagance is a card, I didn't want to be tempted. Yeah, I said no, I'm good. I didn't want to be tempted. I know myself. I'm too impulsive sometimes. I didn't want to be tempted to activate it and then destroy my extra deck. So that's why I didn't grab it. I could have got a 2, draw 2, but nah. So he goes ahead and he used Golden Lord effect from hand, which is what I predicted that he would do. And I don't know if he sends Toad. I believe he does. Yeah, he sends Toad to the graveyard with Golden Lord's effect. So remember, guys, if he's in hand, you can send a spell or a trap with it, and then just destroy something on the field. But it sends; it doesn't destroy; it actually sends. And then now I know I'm safe to add Toad back because he doesn't have no call by or nothing, and I can make Toad next turn if he sets anything, because I have a trigger to get my Dino out, or yeah, the Dino engrave, and then I also have one monster with Ronin. So I draw Lilith, which is okay. I'm still sitting pretty here. I mean, Golden Lord is in graveyard. He doesn't really have much here, just spells. So I go ahead and normal summon Lilith here, and I believe I just go for damage, and then I use Lilith's effect afterwards. Oh no, looks like I didn't even go for battle. I wonder why I didn't go for battle. I'm not sure what my logic was there. Looks like I just went straight Lilith. I must have got too excited after that Zaphion, guys. I could have attacked him. Oh no! Oh! Oh no! I was on a whole nother level here. Pro plays, pro plays. I remember this now. I could have set up Lilith. Okay, I could have set up Lilith to do something in his next turn, or I can put the pressure on him by making another Toad right here and now because I have the resources to do it. So I use Lilith's effect to bring out another trap card, right? So that's part one. Then once Lilith set a card, I flip my own dusters to trigger the Dino in graveyard. And then if you do the math here, you see I have a Ronin Toad, and that equals Toad, right? So that's what I did. That was actually like higher level play that most people wouldn't have seen there. So watch this. Target my own, and then I chain. Target my own set card, which is also good because I put a Paleo in graveyard. The only problem with this play is that I can't attack this turn. But who cares? That's why I didn't attack with Lilith. If I would have attacked with Lilith, I wouldn't have been able to use Dusters because that has that condition. So there I go. I banish, and I bring out our boy Ronin Toad and the Samurai Frog. And then here we go, Samurai Toad. And then we go and make our big boy. I did have a better play if I didn't change this extra deck, but I did. So I instead make this. I go into Coral, yep, because Swap Frog is engraved. So with Swap Frog, I want to just spiral out of control. He doesn't have no Nibiru's. He doesn't have no hand traps. I can just keep going here. So I go greedy. I make Coral, and you guys have seen me do this play so many times, this combo. Coral with 2 waters. You got a water in graveyard being Swap Frog come back, and then you end up with Coral and a Toad. So just way more advantage than you would have had if you just had one little lonely Toad by himself. And this has always been my logic of this deck, guys. I love Toad, but I don't think he can do it all alone, which is why I need Toad and friends to help, which is why him going to 1 isn't terrible. I do still have some stuff, but Konami, please, please, please put him back to 3 or at least 2. Like, it's sad to have to do so many extra things to play this deck. But yeah, I went ahead and I made the Toad that I recycled. And yeah, I go ahead, standby phase. Now, I know he can Golden Lore bring back if he wanted to. If that's a spell card, he can set it, bring Golden Lore back. But again, I can just negate now. He's top decking. This is where I want to be in the situation. Simplify game state. And you see me move it there because I don't want it in this zone because people are playing the anemone thing. I can't pronounce the name, but it's the link one relinquish thing that can suck up your monster if you put it there. So I assume that this is a hand trap because at this rate, what else do you have here? So I go nuts. This is where I'm like, okay, I know that I have enough advantage here and it doesn't matter. Let's see what it is. It's an Ash. I knew it was a hand trap. I knew it was a hand trap. It was either that or another dead Evil Eye guy. But yeah, so yeah, I go ahead and I bring out on a standby phase with Toad, and then we banish for Ronin, bring out the Ronin. And I just want to end him here, I believe. Am I link summoning? It looks like I'm link summoning. I believe, right? This is either, oh no, this was honestly, guys, I think I had some rest. I ate some food. I was thinking like next level plays, big brain plays here in this duel. So you guys see me make another card that I've talked about a while ago, Security Dragon. So Security Dragon, I don't know if I've made it yet in this feature matches, but yeah, he lets you basically compulse a monster back as long as it's cold link. So I go ahead and I cold link him to Koro, and I bounce back that card. Because even though I knew it was a hand trap, I was afraid. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't loosen nothing dumb. Like, what if I attacked it? He already surprised me enough with Evil Eyes. I'm like, what if I attacked and this is like a morphin jar or something stupid? Let me just let me just be sure that this is over for real. So I go ahead and I make Security Dragon to bounce back his card. And now I believe here we go into Big Daddy Ava Max because I have 2 Link monsters on the field now. Yep, here it is. Big Daddy Ava coming down to the field. One of my boss monsters. Like I said, Toad can't do it alone, guys. So Toad and friends. Here we go. Ava Max. I don't know if I summoned it already. I did. I think I did in one match. But yeah, you guys, he's protected by his own effect, and then he also has a lightning rod effect. Which you guys can. Here's an interaction if you don't know about. You can create a mini dupe lock with this guy. If you have a dupe and Ava Max on the field, they can't attack. But yeah, so I go ahead and I bring out another because I want to make sure that I have enough damage here. I believe this is a cat shark play, as you guys see me do before in that one match. Yep. Say hello to my adorable little cat shark. He makes Toad big. And I believe this is enough damage here because Cat Shark can double Toad's effect to be 44. Ava Max has 3,000, then Cat Shark is at 500. So yeah, this is like I don't want him to have a turn. We get it. And yeah, guys, stay tuned for the next round. Round 8 is gonna be totally awesome. Make sure you guys check out one of these videos here. Click. Yeah. See you there.